Hi.
Tiff and Rach here.
We are the Nobodies. This is our podcast. And we're back.
We're coming at you from our new abode in San Diego.
We're aboding.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
We got here yesterday. Very long day of travel. Mm-hmm. And we came to our final oasis, which is atop one of the hills in La Mesa, which is a suburb of San Diego. We are enjoying our place.
It is gorgeous. Art, some of it great, some of it a little creepy, but we're okay with that.
Yeah.
And it has a pool and lots of yard space, and it's just that's a nice place to finish it out.
Absolutely. And you'll get to see some of our home while we're here. We're
Yeah.
going to do a few videos.
We're going to record some mobility snacks for you guys because we love you.
Yeah, maybe we'll even record a podcast out there. You might get some ambient noise, but we'll take you places on this. We just want to come at you because a traveling day has brought some things to our attention about our own attunement.
We have both attuned into some feelings that on this 2-week hiatus, we've gone through 6 sessions of the 12 series. And so leaving ourselves halfway through, there are some interesting places in our bodies that we're now feeling that weren't very apparent to us before.
Tiffany can start off with hers.
It's my neck.
She had, it's brought a lot of attention to the fact that we hear often in our practices, like, it hurts right here. And we've spoken to this already. We're often hearing from people where they feel the loudest noise is coming from. And in her own, I don't want to speak to it, but we just talked about it this morning. Mm-hmm. In her own awareness, it's like, I still want it to be touched because there's something very nervous system comforting about that. Mm-hmm. And that is a welcome feedback bit for both of us who desperately now want to seek the ain't where it is part.
Right.
Which is, we know that this situation that she's in her neck right now is, the loud part is the eccentric. It's
not the part that's the problem.
No, it's the one
it's being carried along for the ride.
Yes. And we're both very aware of where the areas of actual source is coming from. But we're here to talk about how we've dealt with that. We have both attuned. I'm noticing the extension in my gait is really limited, as well as my ability to open up my legs, into abduction. And
so extension is that part of your gait where it's the leg that's behind you. Your hip going into extension is the one that's pushing off.
You off.
Right.
And I'm really feeling how that is holding me back right now. I feel like I already have short steps. I'm not a tall person.
But she's fast. She's fast lady walker.
Yep.
I struggle to keep up with her, and my legs have a good 3-4 inches on her.
Yep.
But yeah, so I recently had a client and friend come in that was struggling with something, and she explained all the places that she was feeling it. And I did speak to those parts, and I told her, I was like, look, I have a feeling based on some of the logic that I've been studying that these are the places that would really benefit us to work. And we did work those places, but we also touched the places that felt sad because, like Rachel said, it is important to give those credence and a voice and for them to feel heard. But we also have to manage our time and be able to speak to the other areas
that are actually going to hopefully elevate you out of this perpetual cycle of the thing that comes back all the time. Mm-hmm. And if we don't speak to those areas with enough attention and detail, then you will be seeking that pain cycle chasing that we're really trying to get people out of.
And it's interesting because Rachel and I don't often feel limitation in our mobility. We both move very well and move a lot. And so when we are sort of in these positions like I am right now of having to really be careful or to move through ranges of motions more slowly and to stabilize in different ways, I still went to the gym this morning. And what I did was I created blood flow to the area that was injured. And I discovered things about where I can move and how I can move right now. And it was a really helpful exercise, and I'm really glad I went. And that's something that we want to encourage people, that if you experience something that's tweaked or injured or strained, don't avoid movement. It's never really a good choice.
Unless you are broken physically.
Unless you are locked down and you cannot move, then obviously avoid movement. But if you have ranges that you can move in those, push to those edges, not through pain, but up to it and into discomfort, because that will help you heal more quickly.
Yep, and we're here to talk about that, you know, and there's another piece to this where we like to, as an attunement bit, when we go to these places and when we're on travel journeys, sticking to our routine that we would keep at home.
These are non-negotiables.
Non-negotiables. Movement is a non-negotiable. People wonder, they're like, how do you have energy to do that? Well, the energy comes from me
doing
it. and the energy comes from that consistency and that bit that organizes my brain. Because, you know, there was something that I read recently, and it was that neuroses are an exchange for real suffering. And it was a real moment where our life and choices are so opportune now that we don't have to seek our food. We don't have to go on these arduous
work hard
journeys,
on these pilgrimages,
to
right?
do daily things. And so our bodies crave that, and that is why people get antsy and anxious. It's not, I shouldn't say that. I'm not saying that anxiety comes from that, but there is an amount of...
It plays a part.
It plays a part in how we're not utilizing the external forces that we really need to. Our bodies are meant to move. And we have so much energy stored, and if we don't operate under those pretenses, we get a little bit out of sorts. We don't make this an excuse for poor lifestyle when we're away. And I think if that speaks to how we travel, it puts our like timelines, which are really extra because we just came through daylight savings. And
yes, we did.
I'm on a 4-hour journey. That's
3-hour journey for me.
And Dennis is too, our pal here. And we are really thinking to how we can normalize as quickly as possible because we need our brains to function for these next
we're about
3
to go
weeks.
learn today, and we're about to be in an intense week where we're focused on the jaw and the cranium and some really intense and nitty-gritty areas that require a lot of delicacy and sensitivity. We're excited to share this with you.
So we really are here to manage all these things. We want you to create your own attunement journey. If that means that you start at home right now so that when you do travel or when you move into more different spaces in your life, whether or not you're on a holiday or otherwise, it is really important that these are still fundamental, like foundational pieces that you take along with you.
Yeah. And movement is a huge non-negotiable for us. We'll be sharing our list of attunement non-negotiables soon. And we'd love for you to start making yours. And what that might look like are the things that you're already doing that create the life that you want, and maybe some things that you aspire to do that you feel might help you on your journey.
We're here for it. Well, you know, attention is everything.
We appreciate yours. Have a great day.